Hey Tankers, Bonsai Duck here, and today I'm going to give you my review on the Tier 8 Premium Italian Heavy Autoloader, the Bisonte C45. I got the Bisonte as most of all you did in the Christmas holiday ops, and I've been pleasantly surprised by it, to be honest with you. It's got some quirks, and if you don't play heavy tanks very well, like myself, you can find yourself getting into some trouble with it. I have found to play it better as a heavy medium, just kind of saying, but it will fulfill the role of a heavy as long as you're not chasing down, tier 10, tier 9 heavies. In a tier 8 environment, you probably don't want to go nose to nose with like a low or something like that. Just simply because it doesn't have all the armor that you would think it would as a heavy. If we look at it, we can see that it's got some kind of spaced armor going on here, and that's pretty much all it is spaced armor, right? On the sides and stuff like that, which is nice. Helps with the HE shells or the heat shells and stuff like that. The side is definitely penetrable by a lot of stuff. The front is fairly beefy, especially up around the turret area. It doesn't have a lot of high, commander's hatches, stuff like that, although you can get popped in this area fairly easily. Of course, down low, yeah, but it's got a nice angle to it, so you could get some bounces. All right, side scraping, yeah, it'll work in a pinch, but it's better in a hull down environment. Okay, so if we go over here to Tanks GG and we just look at the stats real quick, it's 1800 DPM, 360 alpha, 218 penetration. Now that varies obviously, but that's what they're saying. A 12, 15, 17 shell reload. All right, I think I have a 38-second total clip reload with a 2-second inner clip shot. Right. Can do roughly about 1080 with a full clip. The clip has 3 shells, 5 rounds a minute, basically. Inner clip reload, it says 3, but I've got it down to 2. Aim is 270, and dispersion at 0.42. All right. Top speed is 50. It's going to take a little bit to get there. It's not a quick out of the gate, sprinting horse. I think even the Carnivon Action X or the 50 TP will even be faster out of the gate than this thing. But once it gets rolling, it can move pretty good. All right. Elevation is a 20 and depression is a -10. So that is nice, having that. 10 degrees depression. That makes it really nice in a game, in a hill, creeping over the hill type of scenario where you can protect the hull. If we take a look at the armor profile, again, this is just that spaced armor type of stuff, but you can see that it can do some serious bouncing. It's got some armor, all right, if you can get it in that 10 degrees. This down here, obviously, is going to be susceptible, and then, of course, you're wide open here. If you're in a straight-on fight, the top can easily be overmatched, all right, 66 millimeters, so what's that? It has to be 3 times that. So, it can be overmatched, and like I said, you do have some small spots where you can be hit. Now, why this one? It's probably because I'm not looking straight at it. But as you can see, these are fairly tough. But again, there's some places to penetrate it. So, it is what it is. It's not going to be a frontline brawler. All right. So, my stats in this is I'm running currently at 34 games with a 52% win rate, almost a 53. So, I'm doing pretty good. I'm not surviving a lot of them, but I am getting some pretty good accuracy. All right. Not doing real well with the damage ratio, stuff like that. I'm not using my armor too efficiently. But I am getting some destruction, 1.5, damage 1.13. And some damage caused. My maximum damage in a battle is 32,000 or 3,200. So I've had some good games, but nothing to shout out about yet. But I'm an average player. I don't play all the time, and I do enjoy this tank. I enjoy playing it. It works real well in a platoon, but you're going to see some good videos. You know, you're going to see some replays that I think are going to kind of show you how I tend to play this, and you know, in my opinion, how you might want to play it. So let's get on to it. All right, so here we are. We're on Emperor's Border in a standard battle in a Tier 8, Tier 7 game. I'm platooned with Mad Dog the First, and as you can see in the clock here, the reloading, and these little arrows, as they close in, the closer they get, the faster, if I fired that shell, the faster that shell is supposed to reload, or something to that effect. Why they have to make the reload mechanism complicated beats the shit out of me, to be honest with you. Anyway, we spawned in the north and we're headed over here to the hill. And again, this is one of my first, you know, probably 15 games in this thing. So I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. But we're rolling up the hill here. The GSOR, which is not a fast tank to begin with, it beats us up here. You must be running a turbo on that thing. I am running vents, bounty rotational device, and improved aiming on my Bisonte here. So we got a Bisonte coming up over here, and he runs into the GSOR, and they're trading shots with each other. And, Mad Dog and I are moving up. Gotta always be careful around here because there's probably a TD back there. Mad Dog fires a shot back there in that bush, just kind of say hello, and I go ahead and do the same thing. And see a bunch of dust go up there, so don't see much of a threat. Fairly maneuverable tank. Again, works better in a hull-down environment where you can use the gun depression. 10 degrees of gun depression, which is really nice. There's a 50 TP over there. And then we got an MX M445 coming up here. I'm going to come around. I was trying to angle around him, and then I see the Black Prince. And I do take a shot from him. I'm able to return the favor, and he does ammo rack me. And I do notice that I do get ammo racked in this thing quite a bit. So safe storage is definitely something I would focus on. But here's that gun depression. The free camera. Here we go. There's always one way around this. But there you can see the use of the gun depression. All right. And that gives me a lot of sloping armor to defend myself with. So anyway, we got the Black Prince. We put another shot into him. And so in an environment like this where you can kind of keep him at bay on the other side of the hill, it works out really well. Now, if you have to push up, you start exposing that weak underbelly, and that can be an issue. Right away, I'm in a shot into him, and Black Prince, and I clip him up. I'm able to get a shot in there and finish him off. So saving that third shot, which is something that I would strongly urge you to learn to do. And gives that MX M45 a chance to take a shot at me. Now he knows I'm here. He can defend himself better. Alright. And so now I can maybe use some gun depression. Now he's got fairly good gun depression in his own right. Bounce his shot and able to get into his lower plate. Put a little bit of hurt on him. And again, this is where this tank excels at, is in this creeping and hill poking. TP is moved over there. Now we got an E25 coming up over here. He's going to allow me to get into his underbelly. And there goes my support. Mad Dog is down with the 50 TPPR. And I decided that it's probably a good thing to kind of maybe change my angle on some of these. And I do take a shot from the... Let's see, where did he get me? Yeah, you see, he was able to penetrate me right in there. So even though that does have the second skin, whatever you want to call it, the HE shielding, I can't remember. It is still very penetrable from AP right? So there's a 50 TP. I put a shot at him. I take another shot from him. He's just overmatching me. Bounce a shot from the Tiger. And it looks like Mad Dog got his head removed because I kind of get hung up on it, so I removed the top of his tank for him. So he must have gotten ammo racked. There goes that tank. We got J Panther moving up. I'm still kind of worried. I'm falling back, just trying to be careful. And Mad Dog and I had comms, and he was like, you might want to fall back a little bit here. And get the Tiger 1 to help me out here. Not to mention I'm getting low on hit points, but there comes the J Panther. So I see he's pushing in, and I figure, okay, we can get back going up here. So he's pushing on the 50 TP. I'm gonna speed it up here a little bit, and we've got him. We're pushing him back through. We're pushing on him and holding him tight. It's a 10-7 game. I decided, okay, they're gonna shove around. J Panther looks like he's gonna push around to the east. I'm gonna come around this way. Hug the wall here because I'm not sure what there is back there, and I catch an arty just kind of sitting there catching some sun, doing some sunbathing, and I managed to put him out. That's the nice burst of the shell, and then we're gonna wait 10 seconds for the next shell to be loaded. You just gotta be cautious. Just gotta be, always thinking about where am I at on that reload? How many shells do I got left? What can I advance? Do I need to hold up? See that the team is not having much success coming in from the north. Push over here, and I do get spotted. All right, and it's an SU 130 PM, so I kind of tuck up in here, knowing that he's not going to want to expose himself to the GSOR that's behind me. And take a couple free shots from him along with me. 2 autoloaders. That's not going to work out well for him. Then I see the Tiger and the Panther too. So this is not good. All right, I'm low hit points. A couple shots and I'll be good. Don't want to take one from that SU 130 if I can at all avoid it. I'm hoping the Scorpion G and the J Panther can push in behind him. And open it up there. And I do take a tracking shot from the Panther 2, which allows the 130 to kind of push around, but he doesn't get in there. I think we lost the we lost the GSOR, so now all I got now is a Super Hellcat. And he's choosing to duel it out with the Panther 2, which is not going to work well for him. Bounced the Tiger. Didn't penetrate. That's the problem I find with this gun sometimes, is the penetration just lacking. There goes the Panther 2. I get focused on this issue, not paying attention to the Tiger over here. Miss him, and then I get greedy and I push around on the SU. And that kind of leaves me exposed. I take a shot from the Tiger, and the SU puts me down. Not bad. 179,612 in credits, 20,249 experience. Obviously, it was during holiday ops, so you got that bonus working for you. I did do 3,220 in damage, got 2 kills for base XP of 1,102. So, fired 14 shots. Of those, 12 hit, 11 penetrated. It did block 520. So, again, made some decent credits, made some really good experience. So, we'll move on to the second video. All right, so here we are. Now we're on Berlin in an encounter in a Tier 10, Tier 9, Tier 8 game. So low tier heavy on this one. And like I said, I've kind of learned to play this tank to be more of a heavy medium. So it's definitely a support. It is not a brawler, and it's not a frontline brawler when you're going to get around Tier 10s and Tier 9s. Just got to be very careful with it. We spawned over on the west side, and then I like to go over here where that Skoda T50's headed. We got a Conway here. And, don't stop, buddy. No, okay. If you're going to stop, get out of the way. All right. And I'm going to move over here because I can use my gun depression here, and that's what I really enjoy about this tank. Like, I just can't emphasize that enough. The gun depression on this thing just makes it an absolute dream to use at times. All right. I mean, all the penetration may not be working, but like I said, if I can use the gun depression, it definitely makes it much more fun to use. And just gives me that ability right here. I see we got a Bisonte over there, and I managed to put some shots through the window on him. He's unaware that can happen, apparently. So that's going to allow me to do that. Get through there, and I can move up here, and again, using the gun depression. See that he's turned his turret for me again. Thank you very much. And the side of the turret is just easy peasy. So put a couple smacks on him, and he's going to allow me to just do that. And then he gets smart and decides, well, that's probably not the brightest thing for me to do. And there's a shot right into the front of his turret, which, of course, no penetration. Then we got the ST1, and it looks like the tortoise, and the tortoise is going to give me his back end, which is going to allow me to get up there. So here we go with the burst damage. And I could have put the third one in there, but luckily I started falling back because I already knew where I was at. And letting that second one load up. And oh, there he is, Mr. Bisonte again. Is he gonna let me pop him again? No, not gonna do it. No, wouldn't be prudent. He's just trying to suck that shell into me. See if oh, there he is again. And another no penetration. So obviously the front of the turret can hold up to some stiff, and give you some good protection. I'll learn to talk here in a second. So again, being the low tier heavy in here, I don't want to charge in and put myself in a situation where I can't, and can't survive. So I'm trying to be very cautious here. And we got a bat chat over there, and he sees me, I see him, and he hits the dirt, and I hit him. That's the way it goes, buddy. And Artie drops a little shell on him, and I have another shell. And nope, just couldn't get that one loaded, but he's down anyway. So at this point, the heavies have moved in. We've got the STI pinched in. Push over. Oh, there he is. There. Oh, I should have pushed over. There goes the Conway. The 703-2 is pushed in. And again, I'm just going to be the support here. I'm going to swing around this way. Thinking I can get in behind this. Oh, and the maneuverability on this thing sometimes. And there we go. We're able to finish him off. All right. So we're going to push up in here, and Ferdinand's obviously not very happy with me, I don't think. I'm not sure why. I just, guess maybe I stole his kill. I understand that. Okay, fine. You're mad. Over here, let's see what we can do. Nothing on the T-32, so we'll just keep moving. Mr. Ferdinand is definitely upset with me. Wants me to go, go, go. This tank just does real well in this little, hilly featured area of Berlin. Alright, so we got an STRV and a T-32 over there. They take out our CS53. Nope, that was the M46 Patton. That's not good. Push up in here, and I think my plan, I'm pretty sure what my thought process was, I'm going to see if I can get up here and kind of force these guys out. At least, maybe get some shots on the STRV, or the, what is that? What else is in there? Well, it looks like just the STRV. T-32 must have died. So we're going to come up here. TRV, get up here and see if we can get up on him. And we do, and he's down. Alright, so that leaves nothing but Artie. And he hits me and kills my gunner. But I'm not going to get any more out of that because he's hiding way over here in A0. Alright, but I got 141,316 credits, 14,938 in experience. Not a high scoring damage game, only 2,727, but I did get 2 kills and fairly low base XP of 986. Not bad, not bad. I mean, it was number 2. Don't get me wrong. I fired 11 shots. Of those, 11 hit, but of those, 9 penetrate. So that was good grouping there. And I did manage to spot for 100. But, again, I was able to play the ridge and the hill with this tank. Made some good crits, made some good experience. So, I mean, all in all, I can't complain. It's not a great game, but it does show the ability to use this thing in a in a hill creeping environment where you can get hauled down and use the gun depression. So let's see what the third one brings. All right, so here we are, teamed up again with Mad Dog the First, and he's in his Alpine Tiger, and I'm in my C45. We're on steps in a standard battle in a pure tier 8 game. So, all things considered equal, this should go very well. So we spawned in the north, and we're headed over here to the heavy area. And as you can see, the speed is up to 37 and climbing. Like I said, it's not quick out of the gate, but once it gets rolling, it builds up speed pretty quick. But the Alpine Tiger is just pulling away. I guess it's not actually pulling away, but anyway, we're coming over here to the heavy aisle on the west side. Got a Barask over here. Mad Dog in his Alpine. I'm going to come up over here and see if I can use this hill area over here. We got a M41. Well, there was an M41D. There's a Bisonte moving, running, making a run across. And I'm able to get a shot into him. There's another one, and he's down. So again, the burst damage works out well. Got a couple pieces of that guy, and this Barask was able to finish him off. Creeping up over here, and we got a VK, what is that? VK7501. There's another Bisonte that's taking a hit. Not sure what that bloom was all about, but okay. Zoom in. Nothing on that one. There's a critical. As you can see on the side with the angle of that BK from my armor penetration, right here, I'm not going to get a lot of penetration on this guy. I just don't get it. And now if he was turned more flat at me, then it would be green all day long. But at that angle, the gun just doesn't have the penetration. There we look. Oh, looked like we had some. Must have been just getting into this, some of the between the tracks or something. Able to get into the lower plate and finish him off, so that worked out well. But here's the long reload. I fired that third shot. Now I'm waiting on the reload. Like I said, I've just been playing this in a very cautious support role, not the first man out of the gate. Platooning with Mad Dog, trying to improve my game a little bit, so. We got another Bisonte over there. There's a Tiger 2. Just waiting for the opportune moment to take my shot. Spotted by the Tiger 2. Try to use my angles here. He puts a nice little HE shot into me, but I'm able to return the favor, and I think I got a little more out of him than he got out of me. No, I definitely did. There's a ricochet. Wasn't going to penetrate that. Looks like Mad Dog's ready to go over the top. Gives me the go-ahead. Let's go. So here we come. He's got it from the top. I'm going to see if I can get him. I'm going to swing a little bit wide over here. I want to come around these rocks so that I can get him maybe in a crossfire. That would be good. Get him focusing on Mad Dog. Maybe I can get some shots into the side of him. Mad Dog's pushing in. Got his turret turned to me, which allows me to get in there. Just out of habit, of course, I back up. There's another shot into him. Mad Dog takes a hit. He's able to finish him off. Leaves the other Barask, or the other Bisonte over there. And just accuracy got me there. Got an RHM and that Bisonte. And then Mad Dog's down because he chose to take on the RHM. Charioteer's moving in on the Bisonte over there. And he's making a run, which is allowing me to get some shots into him. There's one. Change my angle on him, see if I can't get a shot into the... I'm not sure where is he going to just rush around on me? Is he charging me? Is that what he's going to do? Yep, he is. And he's down. I'm in the long reload. Got a Barask and a GSOR hanging out over here somewhere. I'm kind of bet. I'm not sure if I get anything. This is where the speed is just... You're like most heavies. You're just playing catch-up at this point, right? I mean, you can't get in there to do any damage on them. And it's just like, oh man, what's going on? Speed up here a little bit. Do manage to take out the Barask. The SOR is being chased down by the RHM. And the Charioteer. Artie's in on him. Everybody knows he's here. I'm like, come on, guys. Why not? Let's just go get him. Take a shot, and he's down. And that is victory. Anyway, 180,918 in credits, 18,853 in experience. I did 3,095 in damage. Got 3 kills for base XP of 1,026. Fired 15 shots, 13 of them hit, 10 penetrated. I did do 163 from 300 out, and then I managed to spot for 451. Again, made some good credits and some good experience. All right, so the Bisonte C45. Well, I think as far as a premium tank goes, and as far as a heavy tank goes, I like it much better than the Carnarvon Action X. I would play it over the Carnarvon Action X, which is really, outside of the Samoa SM, I think it's better than that. It's got a little bit better armor, and it doesn't sit up so high. And but though, the Samoa's got what is that, a 5-shot clip, I think. Compared to, let's see, what other auto loaders do we have? We got the IS-3A. Well, that's like, to me, that's like comparing apples and oranges, right? Because you get the Russian bias there, with the armor and that this just doesn't have. Like I said, the Bisonte reminds me a lot more of the British medium heavy line, all the way up to the Conqueror type. That design with the gun depression and everything. I'm not sure what the whole heavy line's going to bring. I haven't delved into the current test to see what they're like yet. But I guess as far as tier 8 goes, it could be vastly compared to the Carnarvon. I think just the way that it's designed, the way that it plays. Bringing in the autoloader obviously changes things up a little bit. If you don't have the C45, well, you're not missing a whole lot. Like I said, it's a fun tank to drive. The penetration is the one drawback. that I tend to find with it. Once you learn the auto loading scenario, unlike the Progetto, where it has a quicker auto load system on it. Once you get used to the autoloader and get used to what you should and shouldn't do with it, you're fine. And to realize that you should not be in the front line with this thing. I guess unless you're at the top of the tier, in which case then you could be, but you can still get penetrated. I mean, obviously I got penetrated by the E25. Other tier 8s don't have much of a problem hitting you. They don't have to really tap to throw the gold round at you. You go against like an IS-3 or a Defender, you're definitely going to feel it. You don't want to go face hugging with those boys. So again, it's kind of a middle of the road type of a tank. It's nothing spectacular. It's not game breaking. I think, to be honest with you, it's probably one of the more balanced ones I've seen. I wish it did have a little bit more armor, or maybe just a little harder hitting gun. I think the reload mechanism with maybe a little bit bigger gun wouldn't be that big of a deal. But the speed is not there, so it's not really a medium, but it's a good heavy medium. I mean, when you run into other mediums, they're definitely kind of thinking twice about taking you on. So all in all, as an average Joe, it's a tank I play, but I'm like most of you know, I'm a medium tank playing guy. I like that a lot more. But it does lend me to play this because, again, I do tend to play it in a medium support role. It's not a flanker. It's not a quick flanker like I said, like the T44 100 or some of the other mediums that are at tier 8, the Progetto, stuff like that. It just doesn't have the speed. But given the time to get around and work this thing on a flank, it could do fairly well. In a good second line support tank where you can still use the terrain to get hauled down and stuff like that, this tank could be a tough nut to crack at times. So anyway, I'm not going to give it 5 stars. I'll give it maybe 3.5 to 4 stars. I've seen some people do some really good stuff in it. In a platoon of these things is something to deal with, but I'm not going to I'm not going to say it's the greatest thing since sliced bread, because it's not. But it's a fairly balanced tank. I can't. It's got its good points and its bad points. So anyway, that's my average Joe review. And if you like it, hit the like button. Keep those videos coming. I greatly appreciate it. The next review will be on the GSOR, and I'm really enjoying that TD. So that one again has some things that need to be you got to get used to. But boy, it is nice to hit tanks with. So anyway, I'll catch you later. This is Bonsai Duck out.